Hi, we're Massive Trigger. This is No Man's Sky, and this is beginner's guide tips type video. Now, I'm specifically doing this for a friend who gets his first opportunity to play No Man's Sky today. So this is for you, buddy. I thought I'd put it online because I just thought, look, this might help other people as well. So bear in mind, it's going to be focused on a friend for a friend, and hopefully when we go for beers later today, we haven't got to sit there and talk about No Man's Sky for 2 hours about how to do bits and bobs, and he can just get straight into it. So anyway, so here we go. When you first start in the game, you will need to fix your ship, which means you will be scanning the environment for question marks, and when you find, you have to walk as well, so when you find question marks, which this was, you will basically have to obtain parts to fix your ship. And one thing to bear in mind, if you press the middle button, you will find a free slot. So, you know, exosuit. You can do it this way as well. Find a free slot, do craft, and you'll need the Cartwright sheets, which you'll need 50 iron per one. That's something I kind of struggle with straight away, is where do I get these from? You can collect them from various places randomly, but easiest way is get some iron, get some of that, and just start creating bits and bobs. So you'll have a bit of fun running around discovering your first planet. It should be quite easy. I'm going to take you beyond that. What I'm going to say is, once you get the spacecraft fixed, don't just bugger off into space. Don't just go straight into space and start messing about different planets. Probably one thing I wish I'd have done, and I've started to do a little bit later on, is actually do a bit of farming. Just do a bit of discovery. Try and find out what different elements they are, what they kind of look like, and what have you. So anyway, what I've done to start this off is, this is after you've taken off. Thing two is to find a nice big area like this, something that's, you know, something this big that's got an actual landing pad. You know there's going to have somebody living in it. Ouch. What the? What the deuce? Huh. Interesting. Anyway, so find this. We'll go in here, and we've got a dude. Hello, dude. Right. Let's go and talk to him first before I go into the next thing. And he'll ask me some questions. So I just want to show you the language. So there's obviously unique languages all over the shop, and you can get alien artifacts, kind of runes that you go to, and it will give you different words which will make up their language, which means you can then start to understand what they say and hopefully get the questions right and whatnot. So in this one, I'll offer to help. See what that does. Oh, probably pissed him off. There you go, slap me, bitch. So obviously I got that wrong, but if you do actually get that right, he might offer you something like a new multi-tool or what have you, or more language. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him some carbon, so I can go back in, and I always just, like, I don't bother with this kind of things. I always request new words. There we go. So he's going to teach me new words. So obviously when you talk to more of these people, you'll get more words. So here we go. I'm just going to have a look at these bits. You know what it's like. Farm, farm, farm. Pick up everything. Look at everything. Blah, blah, blah. Now, let's have a look. This is going to be the biggest pain in the arse when you first start the game, is how many inventory slots you have. Starship, you can't really do, not that I found you can do anything about it in the early game. I've bought a new ship, so obviously I've got more slots. So you buy a massive ship, you can have more slots. which you can transfer items from one to other, like so, if your craft's in range. So, main reason we came to this place was not just for him, but is for one of these. It's the Galactic Trading System Terminal. Now, this is first part of what you want to do early door. If you can find one of these, it's fantastic, because what you want to do is just start selling these stuff. And to be honest, I haven't found anything that, you know, isn't worth selling, to be honest. You can always farm, so let's have a look. I mean, I've been collecting some bits and bobs, so, do you know, I'll get rid of that. But that's only 346 units, so it's pretty worthless. But I'll just free up some inventory space and get rid of those. But let's have a look. What else got? Platinum. So you can look. Plutonium's all is used for actually the takeoff mechanism, fuel for the takeoff mechanism in your vehicle. But if you see, they're not actually on my planet, at least. I mean, I'm sure the values of certain items change depending on where you are, what universe, or what have you. So what I'm going to do is I'll get rid of some iron. What I could do, get rid of some carbon, because they're always quite common. And to be honest, so is that. So what I'm going to do, what you can see is this is what I've got on me. If you look in the ship's docks, you can look at that as well. And we can see that we've got absolutely loads of that. So, okay. So, what I could do is let's have a look at what's quite easy to get. Copper's always quite easy to get. So, okay, we've got rid of that. We'll go back to the starship and we will get rid of all this as well. So as you can see, I've now got money. Right, so, okay, I'm done with you. If you're lucky enough, you might find one of these, which is just the opportunity to change your multi-tool. And we'll have a quick look at that. So that's the multi-tool that they're offering. If you do this, you won't buy it, you compare first. But as you can see, yes, it's got great more slots. Scanner's pretty cool. Do I really want that? Does it look cool? Let's have a look. Mining is about the same. Actually, that looks pretty good. That could be pretty cool. But for now, I'm just going to decline that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go outside. So we'll go out to the ship. And what we'll do is, what I tend to do is quite, you know, obviously this kind of items are used for the ship. So let's dump that in the ship, because we know that we're going to use that for the ship and that. So we'll dump that as well. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. There we go. So, next thing, we're outside. We found this place. Okay, what we'll do is accumulate some cash, and I'll show you for why. Okay, let's go. Run. Another little tip that's coming up here. Oh, look. Mushroom. Or strawberry bouncer. There we go. So what you want to do, I name that, is this is your plutonium. Common form of plutonium. Always see it. You can see it in forms as well, but there you go. You see these little crystals, plutonium. Be mindful while you're collecting mining tools, because the sentinels, the little flying robots, do get peeved off with you as well. So, bit of discovery. Let's have a look. What's that? Analyze a plant. It's always worth analysing things, because these also reward you with cash. So what we got here? Ah, right, yeah, and there's the form of that in a flower. Iron, always very common. Boom. What's that? Let's draw a bouncer again. You see, plants-wise, are mainly carbon. You find most plants are mainly carbon, unless they're special plants like the one we've just found. Rockies are usually iron. Ooh. Different? Oh no, we've already got that one. But anyway, and this, when I was talking about the words, this is one of the knowledge stones, which you will find gathered around the worlds. So I've learnt the word for ally. There we go. So as you can see, loads of plutonium, brilliant. Always keep a good stock of that. And is this aluminium or aluminum? So there you go. You see, these guys have come on. Yeah, they're looking at me. So if I could probably continue doing that, they'd attack me. And you could mind kill them, or if you if you actually buy a bolt caster, which is a gun add-on, you can actually have a gun for your multi-tool as well, which is cool. So what I've done, bit of mining, blah 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 blah. I won't spend hours mining, but this is an experiment, well, just to show you, bit of mining. Get back into this place. Go back in here. And sell items from inventory. Because I've put most things into the ship, it should all be in my suit, so there's no need to swap. Let's have a look. What did I farm? I farmed some of that. And iron. So if you look, not many credits for iron. I think, like I say, you'll have different, but plutonium for where I am. Well, actually, I think I stored loads in the ship, so we'll get rid of all that. So now we're over 200,000, which is not a bad start. Okay. So next method of mining, farming, mining, doing whatever. Get in your ship. Now you've got your location. Blast off. Head straight to space. Straight up into the atmosphere. And here we go. Right, okay. Use the old gun. And let's collect. Do some more mining. So as you can see, I think this was quite valuable for me. Got to kind of keep your bearings. I don't know, I mean, maybe somebody could tell me, but I don't think there's a like a marker system in the game where you can actually say, oh right, I'm going to mark this and blah blah blah. So the further you go out, there'll be big rocks. What we're looking for is a big rock. This might be it, which is, you find, will give you 2 items. There you go. And I think as you go deeper in, there's copper. So there's your copper. So you got some copper. So, you know, obviously you can spend as much time as you want doing that. It's just an example. So I'm just going to fly back down to the planet. Hopefully find the location I was. But as you can see, and I think that is it actually. All the way pressing circle to dive, bomb in. Oh, I think that was it. Square for landing. I think this is the same place. We shall soon find out. I don't think it is, but anyway. See if I've done any good. Because I'm sure it had a landing pad. But there is a landing pad. No, this has not been discovered yet. So. Reach up. This has got a dude in. Another dude. But, as you can see in this one, there's no terminal. And I could speak to him, I could do whatever, but do you know what? I really can't be bothered because it's just going to be a quick run through. We'll save it quickly. It's always useful to it's not just to save, it's to actually mark these locations. Let's go back in the ship, see if we can find, because there's a marker system. I could actually find where I was. I mean, you can just mine the area that's around you and keep a good track of where you are, but let's just take off. So, do a bit of a. Let's have a look. Where were we? Let's go for a little bit of a drive around, see if we can find where we were. I mean, obviously, you've got the whole planet to explore. I mean, it is a game in itself just to have the actual. It's just one planet, basically. So we'll do a little bit of. So this is what I would do. You know, I would farm loads of money, and then I would find an area like one of these, and I would use the actual terminal to sell it back, all that kind of trading thing, and get more cash. So I've got cash, and what I want to do, and what the initial thing I think you should do, is actually find these drop pods. The drop pods are awesome. Use my scanner, have a look round. So this is probably a factory, that one, and it's really interesting. If you actually have a look, I've actually started to get a feeling for some of the common buildings that appear. So let's see if I just put my foot down. Let's have a bit of a ride. So that was the shelter we did before. Now that has actually got a beacon, which is quite useful. And let me show you the beacon. This is all part of the drop pod thing. So you got your cash, you farm your cash, you go into space, you can grab stuff that you can bring down, and it's quite quick if you can locate the actual area you were, which obviously I haven't. But if you can find a drop pod, if you can find one of these beacons, what you want to craft is bypass chips, as many as you can. So we need some iron. So iron's always very common, and that's probably iron. Yes, it is. So we're just going to farm some iron. That'll do. Okay. Ooh. Some of that. Okay. Right. So, inventory. Craft. Bypass chip. Inventory. Oh god. Didn't have much iron. Let's have a look. Is that? I see. There's one as well by the looks of it. So, I think you get a bonus when it actually cracks up. If you see times 6, times 8, times 10, times 12, and boom. So there you go. We could probably get a couple more. Have a look. Bypass chip. We'll do that, and we'll do that. There we go. We'll do 2 for now. I'll do 4 or 5 at a time. So let's just go into here. So we want to look for shelters. And sod's law, I won't get a drop pod, but let's have a look. So here we go. This will show, and it shows you that is just rubbish. Worst thing ever. Hey, look. There you go. Yeah, I kind of knew there was one there, but anyway, let's do it again. Hopefully this time. So I'm quickly go through. They will show you where the this one will show you the rooms. That's definitely where people are. Can't remember about that. Obviously transmission, but shelters will give you abandoned buildings, locations, and drop pods. And there we go. We've got a drop pod. So I'll do that multiple times. So I've got loads of waypoints all knocking about, and then I will go to the drop pod, and we'll finally get to the drop pod bit. So it's all a bit of, it's all like you say. This would be, if you're playing now, mate, this is your first planet. Once you get that ship up and running, this is what I'd recommend doing. And once we get to a drop pod, you'll probably the penny will drop, hopefully, of why I'm persisting with this video. So here we go. So let's have a look at that. I don't know what that is, but that's not where the drop pod is. That's got probably a rubbish building. Yeah, here we go. There's gold, and gold, see it? Big gold. Land and get that. Gold, especially in my game, is very valuable. You can just, you know, find these big, massive bits of gold, and you will make quick money. So, okay, here's a drop pod. Drop pods are cool. This is what I've been doing, and what I'm trying to do is just kind of build up this. Always useful to have a bit of the old plutonium. Let's use that, because I'll show you why it's good to scan things and check things out and whatnot. It's another way of earning cash. So, here we go. So, this is the drop pod. When you get into drop pod, exo suit upgrade. Brilliant. This is what we want. So what it will do, it will give me an extra inventory slot. And as you see, 170,000 units. Now, it's not always 170,000 units. It goes up, I believe, by 10 every time you buy one. So there you go. I've just bought one. And yeah, I've got 59,000 units left, but I've got an extra inventory slot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend and see how far I can increase this for now, because the biggest pain in the arse is running out of inventory space, and you know what it's like with these type of games where you're always farming and doing bits and bobs and whatnot. So yeah, there's my kind of beginner tips. Most importantly, try and spend as much time on the first planet as possible. It will be the easiest planet you live in or start off in, so take advantage of that. Try and get your inventory, try and get as much farming, cash, whatever. Just get a good feel for the game, and that would be my tip. Get a feel for what everything does, what most of the units look like, and yeah, you'll get a good feeling for what's what, where's where, and what have you. There's some gold. So what I'm going to try and do now is try and find somewhere to sell some of this stuff. But one thing to note, here we go, the last little tip, or last little thing, is this. This is on the options button, and this is where you make your discoveries. So there's a plan. You can rename it if you wish, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to load that as it is. And these are your waypoint locations. So every time you find something, put it in, you will get cash if you come out. There we go. It's not a lot, but obviously, as you can see from the menu, if you complete it, you'll get 200,000. So if you are planning on staying on your first planet and doing a lot of farming and experimenting, then you probably will fill that up and get some good early cash. That's it for now. They're the kind of tips I would give. It doesn't sound very exciting to stay on the first planet all the time, but you know, it's probably best to experiment a little bit and see what you can do. So there you go. As a final tip as well, if you are struggling to find somewhere that is populated by people, you can always use the find a beacon where you can use bypass chips, or one significant thing that you could do if you're lucky enough, if you see spacecraft, if you see somebody flying about in a spacecraft, if you're quick enough, follow them, because 9 times out of 10 they will lead you to an outpost. And outposts are pretty cool. I found a pretty sweet outpost where it was quite large, space for about 9 ships, and that's when I upgraded this ship. I managed to buy another ship. So I kind of want a bit of cash in the bank, so I can. So basically, I can, you know, when an opportunity arises, when you see a ship, you see something cool, you can just buy it there and then without having to worry about trying to farm the cash, because it won't always be there. Somebody will drop in an outpost, next minute the next minute he's gone. So it's always worth having a bit of cash. I'm after something that's about 2 million, so I've got a hell of a way to go. But I hope this helped, mate. I hope it helped somebody else. Please like, please subscribe. Anything you think is missing, anything you think that, you know, waypoints, for example, anything like that, jot it in the comments. Please like, please subscribe. We are Massive Trigger. Peace out. See you soon. Bye 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 bye.